Zia McFadden, 17 years old, stood on the edge of a high cliff above Eagle Falls, fighting an overwhelming urge to jump. The temptation terrified her, yet it was the most seductive call she had ever known. The ledge was barely 3 feet wide. From here, inches away, the cliff plunged straight down for 500 feet to the deep pool below. The sound of the water crashing over the rocks was overwhelming, making it hard to think. Zia was pretty. She was smart. She appeared to be the perfect girl. But her life was troubled. It was an August day, midweek, and rain was threatening. The sky alternated with blue skies and dark clouds that rushed past the sun. Eagle Falls was in a narrow box canyon in a remote part of the national forest, nearly an hour east of the closest town. Locals knew about the falls, but you had to be hardy to reach it. The trail was 6 miles round trip and had rough stretches that were barely wide enough for a goat. This kept out the casual tourists. Today, there was no one else around. Standing at the top of the waterfall, amid the mountains and valleys of northern New Mexico, Zia McFadden peered over the edge of her known world into the void and felt the lure of death. She dared herself to look down. It amazed her that all she needed to do was walk forward a single step. One step, and she would tumble hundreds of feet onto the rocks below. Her life would be over. It would be the end of all problems, all pain, all struggles. She would be free. How simple that would be. The wind blew hard. The rushing water chilled the air. Zia's life stood balanced like a boulder that could roll either way. It was such a big thing, really, your life. Yet it was nothing. It could be over just like that, one small step. She felt a shadow in the sky and looked up. There was a large bird flying over the canyon. A hawk, she thought. Definitely a bird of prey. The bird glided on the thermal currents without moving its wings. As it circled closer, Zia could see its white body and brown wings. It wasn't a hawk. It was an eagle. An eagle at Eagle Falls. Shading her eyes with the palm of her hand, she followed the eagle as it flew off into the mountainous distance. At the last moment it appeared to tip its wings at her, a salute from his world to hers. Zia threw back her head and laughed for no reason except she suddenly felt wonderfully alive. "Oh, beautiful eagle," she called. "Fly, fly away home." She stepped away from the edge. The shadow of death had passed her by.